Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I am going to talk about this situation because it's something that I just had a conversation with another colleague, business person. And it is, I know it seems so simple, but there's the saying that says you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Yeah. And I have been on the end of not making a great impression the first time and not getting a second chance to make that first impression. And I've also been on the end of not making a great first impression and getting an extended grace and second chance, of which became successful for me. So I had this conversation with a colleague of mine, and yes, I have definitely dealt with that on my own, and I've also dealt with that with people even dealing with my company. And one of the things that I have learned over the years is that you never know who you're going to run into. You never know who you may do business with, a collab with, whatever. You have no idea what people's backgrounds are, especially if you're just getting to know them and you have, no clue what they do or, what their business is about. It may be the connection that you are looking for. It may, and it doesn't always come packaged up in the way that you think. So you have to be careful how you treat people, how you speak to people, how you approach people. And none of us are perfect. I have, gone to meetings and been in the circles and, came back home afterwards and like, oh, I should have said that, or I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have, tread down that road, or you second guess yourself sometimes. But when people give off bad energy, just overall, sometimes it doesn't even matter what they're bringing to the table. I don't just look at what people are walking into the room with, whether they are a big producer in Hollywood, or whether they are even a celebrity, or, there's their supposed connections with whatever it is they do in their life. I don't look at that. I look at the energy. And when people come with an energy that is negative, an energy that doesn't make you feel lifted up, that is a major red flag for some things. I always try to be very practical with people and speak openly. It's the reason why I cover certain topics on this podcast, because I just want to be completely open, and people go through things and they ask questions, I answer them. You know what I mean? If it's really digging down in real personal sort of stuff. And to be honest, I don't really shy away from that stuff. I just try to give my experience in life and what I have dealt with as an entrepreneur and how it's affected, my journey. And I feel like when people come into the space, my space, the room, whatever, with bad energy or energy that is very corrosive, energy as in they're trying to manipulate or take over how you do things, especially if you want to make a change for something or whatever the case may be. Instead of you coming with bad energy, coming with bad energy or coming with the bad vibes, all it is a conversation. Have a conversation on the side to say, hey, are we doing this? Are we doing that? Or what was the reason for this or that? Have a conversation first before you get into accusatory mode. And I can tell you from a personal standpoint, I don't like feeling like I'm being accused of something. You know what I mean? That's just a big pet peeve for me, because I'm definitely a communicator and I want to know where people stand on things. Even if I see things and it could be going left, sometimes it looks that way. And then when you sit down and have a one-on-one conversation, then you realize how wrong you were. I've been in that position. I've been so wrong sometimes. Or somebody who you thought was going to be one way, and it turned out they were nothing like that. And you were like, man, I could have missed out on this great opportunity. I'm glad I sat down one-on-one with this person. So we have to watch the energy that you walk into the room with, because you can kill a collab, you can kill a deal, you can stymie a brand, deal, a brand sponsorship, whatever it is. You have no idea what people are bringing to the table. Don't think because you don't see every single thing that they post, or that you think everything they post is all that they do. Right? So I just had to mention that, because I just recently went through something like this, and also talking to another colleague, and we were kind of comparing the stories and like, wow, we really do all go through a lot of similar things such as this. So I'm always open to be as transparent as possible, and that's definitely one of my mantras in my business, is to be, transparent, and to make sure that people know exactly where I'm coming from, and, and how I move in my business, because I didn't get here because I was moving and shaking and sliding through, cracked open doors. No, I came and I walked in the room and was like, hey, everybody, what's up? And maybe a lot of people don't want to do that. I think in the business world, especially in the 9-to-5 business world, people move on sliding around and, cozying up with the boss and this, that, and the other. I've never had to cozy up with anybody to get anything. And maybe I didn't get as far in my 9-to-5 career because I didn't cozy up with people, but I'm not a cozy upper. I never have been. And I think that's why that life no longer worked for me, because I just saw everybody, just their whole life's work was to just go and just brown nose with the boss. And I'm never that person. I don't even like when people think they have an opportunity for something and they brown nose me. I don't do that. Just come and tell me like, hey, I've been trying to do this, that, and the other, whatever. Do you have any connects, blah, 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 blah. If I see that you're a workhorse, if I see that you are really putting in that work and that time, the research and all this sort of stuff, and you just don't want things handed to you, listen, I've been known to open up my Rolodex like crazy. But you have to do the work. You got to come with that good energy. You got to come with that, you know what, let's go. This is go time. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, because again, there's so many opportunities for us in business to collab with each other, but bad energy and bad vibes could be the single thing that completely kills the deal. So we have to be careful of that. I have to be careful of that on my end. I want to be conscious of that when I walk into a room, and I would love for people to pay attention to that when they walk into their spaces and the places that they go. So it's just a heads up on that, because I definitely dealt with that recently. So I just thought I would share. But as you guys know, I'm catching up on these episodes. I think I have one more to catch up on, which I'm going to do probably a little bit later today. We're in April. This is the start of a new quarter. We're in quarter 2. So it's time to get cracking, you guys. I told you, this is the time where the lull comes in. The end of the first quarter, and now we're going into the beginning of the second quarter of the year. This is April. You know what I mean? Before you know it, it's going to be Easter. Before you know it, it'll be Mother's Day, then Father's Day, and what else happens in May? Memorial Day. I mean, all of these things come back to back to back. So Let's get it, you guys. Let's get prepared properly. There is still time to get yourself together. All right? But let's come with positive energy in 2022. All right? Okay. Email me if you would like me to cover a subject matter on this very podcast. hello@onyxqueenmedia.com. And if you want to follow me on social media, please do @onyxqueenmedia on all socials. Instagram is my most active. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Definitely go back. There's over 280 something episodes right now. You got plenty to catch up on. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.